Loyal subjects, no one screws with me on my own show. Time to teach jerk-ass Joker a lesson. Let's see if he can withstand Resident Evil Afterlife. See you at the movies, folks! How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry, my head still kind of hurts. Not from that sneak attack by the Geek King, but no, woke up in a movie theater a couple hours ago, surrounded by a bunch of slack-jawed idiots, all of us wearing these ridiculous 3D glasses. And I saw something that really made my head hurt. It was called Resident Evil Afterlife. Go ahead and tell you about it now. We all remember the plot of the last film. Jedi Alice unlocks all of her Alice clones from her Alice warehouse and declares war on Umbrella. You remember that from the video games, right? No, you don't, because it didn't fucking happen in the video games. Anyway, that plot is gotten rid of within the first 10 minutes of this film. The dozens upon dozens of clones that she had whittled down to about half a dozen by the beginning of this film. They're dead within the first 5 minutes. The force powers that she had are gone within the first 10, taken away from her by Albert Wesker trying hardest to do his Agent Smith impersonation. So now we have regular human Alice trying to find survivors, take them to safe havens. And she hears of a safe haven on a ship named Arcadia. She finds survivors on top of a prison surrounded by zombies. And these survivors seem to be straight out of a stereotype textbook. We have the smooth, suave, sporty black guy, the hot, ditzy girl, the weak, nerdy Chinese man, and the selfish, sleazy, do-anything-to-survive white man. And two other survivors. We have Claire Redfield, once again playing second fiddle to Alice. And we have a special appearance by Chris Redfield, the hero of the first video game. Remember him? He had this big logo on his arm. Remember that? No, you don't? It's because it wasn't in the first movie, idiots. Those are two major characters from the video game franchise playing second and third fiddle to a made-up character from a movie franchise. How am I the only person that has a problem with this? Please tell me I'm not alone. Anyway, the rest of the survivors do what they do best, get eaten and destroyed by zombies in lame, stupid ways. Let's talk about those zombies for a second. Zombies. We have the regular zombies, the flesh-eating zombies. We have the Las Plagas from Resident Evil 4, and a special appearance by an Executor Magini from Resident Evil 5. None of the zombies eat human flesh. No one becomes a zombie in this film. How can you have a Resident Evil anything without someone getting turned into some sort of zombie? I'm getting off topic. So, all the survivors end up not being survivors at all. They finally get to their final showdown with Albert Wesker, and surprise, surprise, Chris and Claire end up being ragdolls for Albert, until Alice, our great hero, finally decides to step in and save them. In a fight filled with bullet time and slow motion and lame 3D effects, bullet time owns this entire film. This is a Resident Evil franchise. Oh, spoiler alert, by the way, there's going to be another one. This is the fourth movie they've had. Fourth bad movie they've also had. This film has 3 characters from a video game franchise that spanned 11, 12 years already. 3 characters. None of them can stand up to a character that's been made up since 2002. So Alice comes in, wipes the floor with Wesker. Everyone in the theater is happy except for me. I have a gigantic scowl on my face. Wonder why. Lights come up. And I look over, and I see this man. Giant smile on his face, looking at me. It was good, wasn't it? Wasn't it, jerker? Trying to rub it in my face. Geek King. On the way back, I remember him saying, "All right, now this makes us even." No, Geek King, it does not make us even. You see, seeing how this was 3D and Resident Evil is so much better than any horror movie franchise that could ever be made. Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 15th, 13th, umpteenth, it doesn't matter. It made it real personal. So, Geeky, I'm going to throw this challenge out to you. See if you can top this one. I think we need to go on a trip. And for your next movie review, if you can even call it that, rambling in front of a camera, screaming and cursing and beating your chest in all sorts of loud, angry ways, why don't you take a little trip? I want you to take a little trip to Manhattan. Let's see how that works for you, Geek King.